crying. Hello, hello, hello. See, I was looking a little cuter just a second ago, girl. Give me a second. Oh, up again. What's hello, 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 hello. Happy Friday, happy Friday. I don't own the rights to this music that's playing in the background. Hello, 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 hello. Somebody saw me for a second. When she's gone, can't wait till she gets home. Sweet, 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 and makes you again. Check and see how I sound. I don't mind if it rains. Let it rain on me. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, hopefully that's better. I'm still learning. We're gonna get it together, y'all. We're gonna get it together. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? So today is Friday. It's Friday. It is Friday. Do you hear me? Friday, y'all. December the 17th. So I'm coming back with another oracle pull. I got some good feedback on the one from yesterday. So I'm deciding to come back again today because it really has some good insight and some good stuff that you can actually utilize like at home, you know? So I think today I put in the comments or the description box the name of the that's why I love these locks. Like, okay, pin up where, clip where, you feel me? Tuck it back, I tied it, use my own shit tied up. But I typed the name of the oracle cards, the deck in the description box and put the name of the young lady. So let's kind of get started. The interview was good yesterday too, y'all. Remember, it comes with a little guidebook, gives you all the insight on what you're doing. I don't own the rights to this music. It's just for entertainment purposes only. Yes. But let's get started. Is that light black that bother? Maybe. Yes. See what happened. I'm gonna give it a good shuffle. And then we're gonna do 4 cards like yesterday. Please feel free to comment and give me your feedback if it resonated with you. Because, like I said, this is a personal power. So it's really more of, for me, what I am utilizing for is like a personal healing. Because a lot of the stuff that I may not be aware of myself, the questions that I may need to ask myself to get through certain things, this is really making me really think about it. Like, I'm actually, like I said, I haven't had the chance to write it down, um, but I do go through, and once I read the cards, I read it out loud, and just answer it, to myself out loud, honesty, with some thought. So it's definitely good for some internalized and like to really get to the bottom of some issues or just some habits that we may have gained over time and over the years. Why we do things a certain way, why we act a certain way, why do we react a certain way. When dealing with people, and like I said, it's a time for reflection for myself. That's what I'm gaining. That's what these last 2 years, year and a half or whatever. I feel like it's been 2 years. It ain't even been really 2 years. This is what it's given me, a time of reflection. I don't know why I can't, like, tongue tied. All right, all right, all right. Let's go. Thank you, Father God, guys, ancestors, for your guidance, your clarity, anything that we or you feel that we need to know. Please allow it to come through clear, concise. We thank you for your time, your love, and your guidance. Trust in your will, and we are open to all the great possibilities and miracles that you are passing through. Thank you for your time, and we ask you to give us 4 cards that will give us some insight and clarity into our situation today. Thank you. All right, that's 4. They be popping out. Like, look, here you go. Probably a little more, but at least some pretty cards too. I think. Oh, it is. It's actually 5 cards. Okay. Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear. First card is going to be. Um, it says, "I am connected." Yes, I love it, and I think this is the Gemini card, and it's the number 35. It's just 2 women sitting back to back, and it has all these things going on in the universe, but it says connection. So it's showing, like, I'm saying, this is what I'm getting from it, a connection from you and source, Awesome. You can feel what you get from it, or, say what you feel. But do you see it? It's just amazing. Yeah, it says, I am connected. Let me find the number. It says number 35. Okay, let's get the little guidebook. And crazy is, I just and it was directly on freaking 35. That's just, we needed to hear this moment, right? So I was correct. It is Gemini. So it says, I am connected. Okay. We rise by lifting others. Awesome. All white bricks. White. Excuse me, having a trap moment. Okay. We rise by lifting others. That's totally awesome. Totally awesome. Yes, yes, I agree. The power of serving others can be just as rewarding for you as it is for the other person. When you do good deeds for others out of the goodness of your heart, we are rewarded in good karma. Yes, I like that. Try not to come from a mindset of scarcity. Is that right? Scarcity? Okay. When it comes to sharing or giving, those who share and give are admired, appreciated, and rewarded. Okay. Don't confuse being generous with being taken advantage of. Going the extra mile for someone less fortunate than you, or being honest enough to recommend a competitor to a potential client shows true integrity. Many successful people have said giving was the fastest way they grew their wealth, and that always being unwilling to give to others would keep you from attracting the things you desire. Also, ain't that's a good message? I mean, because in this day and age, everybody's out for self. Everything is, trying to Everybody's trying to step on someone else's toes to get to the next level. And I understand that you have to have that level of driven, is that the word, drivenness? You have to be, motivated and driven, but I don't think it's to the fault of someone else. It should be. It shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to step on no one's toes to get to the, where you trying to go. And that's what I've always prided myself on. No matter how someone has done me, and I may have felt the ways, but honestly, I usually look at it from another perspective because I trust that it's a blessing, one, and that it's their own issue. You know what I'm saying? It's not technically personal on me most times, so I don't take it personal. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, it says, other than money, there are other ways to give. Your time, knowledge, or physical help are just as valuable, if not more, than giving money. The important thing is that it comes from the heart. Truth. Okay, here are the journal prompts. So these are things to remember that you can probably write down, or like I said, what I do, I just read it out loud and answer it to myself at the time of reading it. Okay, so it says, how do you feel when someone does something kind for you? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to accept it. Like, I'm grateful for it. I'm not saying that, but it's hard to accept it as much as it is for me to give. Like, I give of everything, and when someone is trying to reciprocate it or turn it back, not all the time, not but it's just weird out. It's like it's always felt as if it's gonna be wanted for something to come back in return, or um feel like they owe, or I owe them now, that type of stuff. So I've always kind of steered away from. But I have to understand that I am deserving because I do give, and I do help, and I do offer, and it's never been for any kudos or any type of clout or what have you. I do it because I understand how it feels to be on the opposite end, to not have it, to not be able to get certain things that you want. So I've always made it my business to do what the fuck I had to do to get it right. So when now that I do have, and I do have opportunities, I try to help. I try to give. Sometimes I might not even have it to give, but I always, because I understand, and that's what they say: do unto others as if you want. So if I ever was in that situation, I want somebody to help me, but I probably wouldn't ask. Okay, next question. How do you feel when you serve others in need? It feels amazing, honestly. And it's not even considered a need because I just feel like they need a hand up most times. Sometimes, you never know what someone is dealing with, what they're going through. And it's hard, to keep a straight face and out here facing all this shit that's going on. So being able to help regardless of what their intentions are, I understand, like I said, what it feels like. So, being able to offer the help or give help, it's an amazing feeling, you know. Not to make me feel like I'm somebody important, but I'm just grateful that I'm able to, I'm thankful that I'm able to. Okay, let me keep going. When was the last time you served someone in need? I try to do as often as I can when I honestly can. Like whenever I have something, someone, and people say tithing and offering. I do, and I attend church. I haven't been in a long time. Don't get me wrong, but my way of giving back and serving God and serving His people is by helping with those in need. Someone says, "I need a quarter," or can you help me with this, or can you look at this, or I do stuff, and it's not always looking for nothing in return. It's because I can help. You know, how can you show someone compassion without expecting anything in return? By just giving. I mean, that's a simple answer. Like, I don't know. How can you show someone a compassion without? I guess by listening, by offering an ear. Not interrupting. Okay. It says description: two women stand back to back. They are connected on a higher level, even if they don't see or know each other. So it's speaking of the connection. Keywords to remember: generosity, giving, volunteering, and honesty. Okay. Next card I had is I am curious. It's a woman who's seemingly looking out into the abyss because she is curious. See that? It's a pretty card. The number is 10. Okay, number 10. Let's see. I am curious. When you judge another, you do not define them, you define them. Hmm. Define yourself, excuse me. Let me get that together. I was wrong with that answer. But do y'all hear that though, right? Yeah, because that was just giving me I feel the 5 star, I am for it. But okay, excuse me. That's not the song I want to hear, right? That's not it either. That's the song that's just been playing. I've been, oh my goodness, playing it over and over and over. Excuse me. Okay. Again, the number is 10, and the card was I am curious. When you judge another, you do not define them, you define yourself. Facts. Facts. Say people, I'm guilty of it myself. You know, I prejudge sometimes. I'm honest. Okay, it says judging situations and people is a natural part of life. It can save us from a threatening situation. But have you ever noticed how often we judge other people and ourselves? How often do you make assumptions and judgments about others without knowing all the facts? Yeah. Sometimes we get defensive because of our preconceived notions. The personal power that you can use and unleash today is curiosity. Choose to be curious and compassionate without judging or labeling. Mm. Y'all think that'll help what's going on out here in these streets? Becoming more compassionate and curious. Yeah, I think it can assist. Yeah, everything has a reason and a story behind it. It's also easy for us to feel offended by something someone says or does. Today, choose to see what story is behind their actions. What caused someone to say or do something that clearly had an effect on you? Choose not to react, judge, or label things. Just observe them. Wow. That's kind of giving me a I don't know that the reading that just had an effect 'cause for some reason. I'm gonna wait till we get to the journal prompts for me to probably go a little deeper. What we think is bad may turn into a wonderful opportunity. What we think is good could take a turn for the worse. Things just are. Learn to detach from events and circumstances and not label them. Simply observe what occurs and ask yourself, I wonder what this means. And I usually do. I honestly do. Like, what is the purpose? Why is it happening the way it is? Why? There has to be a reason. Sometimes it may not be an underlying reason or, something that's just stand out. But to me, it's like, okay, what's the purpose? What is it trying to teach me? What am I learning from it? What is showing me? So those are things that I try to remind myself in the moment so that I don't always just react and be. So that's a good question to kind of ponder. I wonder what this means. This just wait. Then just wait and see what happens. It says, okay, the journal prompts. When was the last time you judged someone? Like I said, I do it subconsciously and not really intentionally most times. Sometimes it's just really coming off like the way, like it says that you are who you are, the things around you. That's just the way it comes off. And sometimes we do it to defend ourselves or to try to prevent certain things. So we feel a ways. But I can say, man, I don't go. I don't know. Oh, but like I don't know. I don't want to be honest and say. I mean, lie and say that it's yesterday because I don't. I don't like go out my way to do it. So it's not often. but I am capable of prejudging sometimes. Who can you be more compassionate with? Who do you think you've been misjudging? I I don't listen. It's probably a few people, but honestly, sometimes it's like when someone shows you who they are, you take their word. Like it's not that difficult. You can't keep being in my situation. I'm saying you can't keep being just nobody's. You know that don't work like that. Nobody's fool, and that's the problem. People don't realize is that life is short, and you have to really um grow different. I don't want to know someone else, y'all. Excuse me. Okay, it says, how can you practice being curious instead of judgmental? That's something to be determined. To be determined. A powerful woman looks over her shoulder. She is looking at things from a new, fresh perspective, from curiosity, free of judgment. Curiosity, judgment, perspective, questions. I'm gonna set this one to the side because I really I might just actually write the stuff down for this one because it kind of making me think a little bit more, and I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so the next one is it says, "I reveal my truth. I reveal my truth." Wow, the picture she looks kind of to me nervous or frightened in a sense, and it just has a lot going on. So, and she has makeup on, it's smeared. Numbers 13. Y'all see that? Yeah. I reveal my truth. Am I revealing my truth, child? I'm living in my truth. Learning to just accept shit for what it is. You know? Can't keep trying to what is the word? We try to plan and figure everything out, and sometimes it go your way, and then oftentimes it's like it's something that you're not getting in that moment that kind of deters you. Because I always felt that a choice, every choice you make, has a direct effect to your yesteryears or your future. You feel what I'm saying? Like it has a direct effect because of the choices you make can either take you to your, one way or the other. You see what I'm saying? So that always is something that I try to like say to myself before making decisions. That's why, plan it out. But baby, you can't really control it. Sometimes things go the way it's supposed to go. You just have to take them lessons from each way or whatever way you chose as the lesson you needed to learn. All right. I reveal my truth. Number 13. Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Buddha. Okay. It is believed that not vocalizing your emotions and keeping them bottled inside can lead to throat and other health issues. It took me many years to notice a connection between constant throat infections I had my whole life and the fact that I always bottled up my emotions. Wow. I was always afraid to hurt the other person or afraid of their reaction. What is silence costing me or you? Wow. You may not need to confront everyone that bothers you, but it's important to find someone or something to vent to. That is so facts. Those are true facts. Yes. And I'm learning in myself that, you know, I can't be I'm not embarrassed about what I've been through, That's it's my story and it's my testimony. And me choosing to keep going and be able to look myself in the mirror, I'm grateful. So I'm listen, all is well, right? But to get to this point, this is what it's saying. I was this person where I would just accept or not speak my truth fully because I was afraid of how it will affect the other person or and in turn, affect me. So, but I'm grateful because today I stand a talkative bitch. I'm gonna say what I feel. Look, I'm okay. We're not gonna do it. I'm not. See, I hold my tongue when it's necessary, but I'm learning that my truth is necessary. My truth is necessary. Girl, these damn scam likelies. I don't even know who y'all is. Stop calling me. You know? Okay. It says find someone or something to vent to. True. You definitely need somebody that you can just let it out because saying it to yourself. And honestly, sometimes I would sit here and I would just speak out loud. If I'm speaking to God, the creator, the source, you know, ancestors, guides, my guides, everything. I'm saying it sometimes just saying it out loud helps me also. So if you don't have that person, let it out to the atmosphere. It can be a close friend, a therapist, or a journal. That's the other way. I guess out loud is my journal. But yeah, sometimes we need to scream and shout. Whatever your story or situation, expressing your feelings about it or telling your story may help someone else. That's true too. Your story is what makes you who you are. Yes. And connecting with others can be very healing. I agree. I agree. So the journal prompts. Have you ever been afraid to speak your mind? I just said yes. Yes, yes, yes. I definitely have. And that's not even just in a relationship setting. It's also with work, with your job. How often do we just sit back and let them do us and treat us how they want to, and then we take the shit and not say anything until we overwhelm and blow up, and then it's they're insubordinate or they're not quite, not a team player. But y'all wasn't one either. When were you afraid to be judged or afraid to hurt someone's feelings? I mean, that comes with the territory. That goes with anything. Truthfully, I always try to be mindful of the other person's feelings and what I'm saying. And sometimes it may be at a cost to myself because I'm not being honest with how I really feel. But I honestly think that sometimes you just have to be the bigger person and just take that role. Because I know that on my end I'll be okay, but sometimes I don't think they can take it. So have you ever considered what would be the consequences of not speaking your truth? Yeah, like it says, um, not healing. You are really harming yourself, health, and all of that. So it could be other consequences too, or losing your voice and happiness. Those are consequences. What is your truth, baby? What are you eager to express to someone? A lot. A woman looks slightly scared. See, I said she looked kind of nervous, right? Her makeup is smeared, right? She may have been crying. What has she been through? And who has she told? Mm. Keywords to remember: truth, honesty, reveal, and communication. Okay, y'all, it's two more cards left. I trust my intuition. These are all just like big right now. Oh my goodness. I'm loving them because honestly, like I said, today it's been an awesome day. Let me just say that it's been so amazing. I'm so grateful, and I'm just grateful to. You don't even realize it. I'm blessed. Just say that. And somebody calling me from Scam Likely, and they call every damn 3 minutes. I don't know who you want. I ain't her. But look at this card. That's so pretty. It says, I trust my intuition. Yes, I'm learning to. That's why it means so much right now. I'm learning so much. Yes, number 15. Let's keep going to 15. Okay. I trust my intuition. We are all born with our higher self, which is our spirit self that is always aware and has all the answers. She is there to guide and protect us, and we can all learn to hear her. She comes through in many different ways. Some can hear her guidance during journaling, others through meditation. Sometimes you might hear signs, see patterns repeating, or it can be just a feeling. I think I usually get a feeling. It's like I get a weird, and most times if I'm paying attention, it's clear. And I'm learning that, y'all. Oh my goodness. Many people ignore her, but if you learn to acknowledge her and open yourself to listen, through practice, you will receive her guidance too. Yes, and through practice, I'm learning, right? There's usually no logic to this guidance, and may not be what you want. But if it feels right, no matter how much you don't want to do something, it may be trusting. It can be fit. Well, okay, let me read that again because that kind of threw me. I think I read a little too fast. It says there is usually no logic to this guidance, and may not be what we want. But if it feels right, no matter how much you don't want to do something, it may be trusting. So this may be like it's promising. It can be a feeling that you need to see a doctor or not trust someone. It can be to do something that scares you, like doing a public speech. This is something that's terrifying. It's like you're putting yourself out there and you don't know how people will receive you. And I'm just trusting that, someone will hear it and that the messages that I'm passing or the insight that this book or these cards are giving, that it will touch somebody just as much as it's touching me. And that's why I decided to, spread it and go live and share it with people. So like, they is doing too much. Girl, I had a little music playing, but I think I'm gonna just go to my other playlist because, girl, it's too much. Like, I like to listen to the rap music and rest in peace, Young Dolph. And I've been playing his music a lot lately because he was a real one. And the man, whatever he did, people are always judging, but he was a human being. He was a father, and he was a husband, and whatever they were dealing with was not that serious. It shouldn't have gotten to that point. Disrespect is one thing, but living is another, baby. I'd rather be living, and you can disrespect me all you want, but I'm alive, and I can still keep going. When people choose to be that person that takes someone's life, you're not just affecting yourself, baby. You harming. They harm the whole world. Like, people was it affected us all over the world. I'm just saying, not just in Memphis. You know. Okay, let me keep going. It says, um, pay attention to the subtle signs and hints. If you keep stumbling upon the same word or book, don't ignore it. Trust it. Mm. Okay, here go the journal prompts. How does your intuition come through to you? Like I said, to me, it's more of a feeling. Like the repeated signs, I'm starting to catch on to those, the number sequences or frequencies or whatever they call. But I'm still learning how to. But I remember back as young as when I was a young girl and going out to parties and clubs and stuff like that. I promise you, y'all, I would get a feeling. And I remember one time it was one year for my birthday. I had this big party planned, um, and we were going to this club. It was a local bar on what was that, Madison, and right off of, I think, California or Sacramento, California. It's called Mr. Brown's, I think. It's like Francisco, but it was a little hole in the wall. But like, this is, I've had my party a few times and we always turned up and had a good time. But this particular day, I just didn't feel right. From the time I started getting dressed, I just had the eeriest feeling, like I just did not feel right. I was slow dragging, like, and everybody was like, "You still have?" Everybody was so excited because they had plans and planned and got the outfits and all this stuff to go. But I just did not feel right. And up until we got to the place, we paid. We got all the way to the club. It was a lot on the side across the street from it, and all the cars was like, we was like 8 cars deep, and everybody belling out. We waited till everybody pulled up. We was drinking and talking and laughing, and literally until the time we got ready to go to the place, I stopped everybody and was like, I don't want to go, and I'm like, I don't want to go. And you should have seen the looks of disappointment on everybody's face. Like, what the fuck? Why not? And I'm just like, I don't feel right. Like, I don't have a good feeling about going over there. Like, I don't want to go. And sure enough, I don't know how many minutes it was, but they were like, "Well, we could just chill for a little while, and then we'll see if you feel like going a little bit later. Just like smoke some, drink a little bit, calm your nerves, and then we'll just go." It was still kind of early, so it wasn't late. Like the club wasn't closed until like 2 or 3 in the morning, so we had time. But I promise you, right after that, not even 20 minutes later, somebody ended up getting shot and killed. Right at like it was a not a shootout, and we were still right across the street. We didn't even leave yet. We were still sitting over there kicking it outside. It was nice. It was even though my birthday was in January, it was a nice January. Like I don't even remember what year it was, but I promise you it was like at least 40 to 50 degrees. So it was decent out there and we was drinking, so we were outside and I was like, well, let's just stay right here and it just, and two guys end up getting into it and somebody ended up getting shot and they end up passing away. And I'm like, not saying it would have happened to one of us, but you know, it was just not. But I trusted what I felt, and I just didn't feel right. And it's been many more times, you know, but sometimes I didn't listen, and stuff happened, and I'll be like, damn, like, oh, let me say this before I go on. Got one more card. I'm not gonna stay on here too much longer. It's almost time for me to pick my baby up. But we were this year on the 4th of July, and we were all, it was my time to host because I had a backyard, so we had a pool out there, had all these tables, and we barbecued, invited the family over, so everybody, it was a nice amount of people, my cousins, my sisters, and their kids, and my cousin and her kid. So it was a nice amount, at least about 15, 20 people, and that's not a lot, but that was a lot for me. Okay, so my back porch, it had been raining like a couple days, 2 or 3 days prior to the 4th, and I knew my porch was wet and slippery, and it's an old ass porch. So it was like, I'm like, it's too damp. And I'm like, okay. So I decided to put everything down on the floor, on the ground level rather, like the chairs and tables and stuff, and had pretty much everybody sitting there and away from where I felt the porch was just too damp. So the whole day I'm just steady saying like putting stuff blocking this particular area. Like don't go over there. It was wet and like I said, it was you could feel like it was kind of softening to me. And everybody was like, it's okay. Then my dad and all them, and I kept saying it all day. So then we have a karaoke moment for the kids. So all of them upstairs on the porch, and I'm steady saying like, stay over from over there. Now this time it's a few people on the porch, and I'm steady telling them like, like but I didn't want to be the negative Nancy and keep putting the energy out there. But I knew it, I felt it, like I just but okay. So after I kind of like finished, okay, go back off the porch, everybody. I gets up off of the chair, like off picking something off the porch, like to take the speaker off and walk. Literally, I not thinking myself, stepped on in that area, and the whole thing go in, and I fall through it. Thank God he blessed me with some meat and some good treats back here because it kind of stopped my fall. Like the porch was up to my hip, like up to my butt, like at the top, child. So thankfully I had some hips and dips, and it stopped, and I didn't go all the way through. And I was bruised and hurt, but I felt it, and it ended up happening. But thankfully, no one else got hurt. So okay, that's enough of my story because I'll be talking all day. The journal prompts. Okay, how can you connect with your higher self more often? I say by meditating and taking some more time to myself. Taking baths and just having my sense, getting myself centered. I think that's one thing that I can do. Do you trust and listen to the guidance you receive from your intuition? Most times I do because most times I'm in tune and that's when I'm able to. But when I'm not and I'm just really out of body, I don't hear it. Until not say until it's too late, but or I just don't listen really. Grab a journal and ask your higher self for guidance. You may ask for a specific question or just start writing and see what comes through. Practice connecting with her even if it doesn't work the first or second time. Maybe that's what I need to do to be more consistent with it and keep doing it every day. Description. A woman stills her mind and focuses on hearing the guides that comes through from her soul, her higher self, her intuition. This is the only guidance she trusts. Intuition, listen, soul, higher self. Okay, awesome. I love that card though. It was really pretty. It really was. Okay, so that was Carter. Now this was the last one. And crazy thing is, this is one we pulled yesterday. It says, "I am a problem solver." Number 38. I'm a problem solver. See, I get shit done, and I believe that. I trust that. I believe that it's in me, because I set my mind on something. With His ability and His will, I bring it to fruition. Once I trust that this is gonna happen, we're gonna make it sure it does. I do. But I'm not gonna read that one because we did that yesterday. But maybe I should. Someone may not have forgotten it. But 38 is for Virgo. It says, "I am a problem solver. If I had 60 minutes to solve a problem, I spend 55 minutes defining it and 5 minutes solving it." Albert Einstein. Being a problem solver may not come easy to all, or blah, blah, blah. Yep, yep. Being a problem solver may not come easy to all of us, but it is a skill we can learn. When a problem presents itself, think outside the box, do some research, or ask the universe or spirit for guidance. There are always people out there who may help you find a solution. So don't be hesitant to ask. I've always been good at problem solving, but my big secret was I was just good at Googling and finding the solutions, which is facts. They weren't mine. They all came from others. A lot, and that helps. I also think a lot, and that helps me get clarity on many problems of my own. This requires giving yourself time to think instead of doing anything else distracting. Allow yourself to clear your mind, meditate, or take a quiet shower. See, go for a walk, talk to someone, even a pet, journal about it. This always gives me clarity. Call on Virgo to help you find a solution to a current problem. Journal prompts. What have you worked really hard to accomplish? How can you jumpstart something in order to acquire a long term goal? What type of work have you been procrastinating or avoiding? A woman with a puzzle, this is the description, excuse me. A woman with a puzzle halo above her head is problem solving. She knows the answers are out there somewhere. Problem solving, think outside the box, solution, and research. Those are your keywords to remember. Okay, so that was good. I'm gonna show you these cards again. They were really good. It says, "I am curious." That was the first one. I am curious. I am connected. See, this is to me is just divine guidance. I mean, reminding me to just stay true and just relax because I am connected. I am connected, right? Connected to source, spirit guides, my ancestors, universe, all positive. I say it every day. I reclaim my energy. I reclaim my power. This is mine to give. You hear me? It belongs to me. And I shall reap the benefits of my awesomeness. No one else. This one says, "I reveal my truth." So this is something too that stood out. I reveal my truth. I'm standing in my truth, no matter how hard it may be. I can only be honest and true to myself before trying to be that to someone else. I trust my intuition, and it's only leading me right. Say it feels better when you trust it and you walking forward in the right way. It feels right. That's your confirmation. That's your ticket to take. Yes, keep going. Yep. And this one is the last one is I am a problem solver. I am a problem solver. Yes. Okay. Well, I thank you for listening. Hopefully, you were able to hear. You were able to get some good insight um, and understanding from your oracle deck. This oracle deck. I think that it has some great insight, and truthfully, like I said, it really resonated with me today. So if it did resonate with you, please comment, Leave me some good feedback. I got some yesterday. Someone sent me an actual message regarding yesterday, and it was positive feedback. So that's what prompted me to just come on back and do it for another day. As I stated, I'm getting started, so a lot of stuff will be changing. I will be adding on. I'll get more Oracle cards, more Oracle decks. Um, in the process of moving as well. So the background may be a little different next time. You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing. Um, but yeah, please support. I got more great things in store. I'll be posting up on the website. I'll be having candles and incense and fragrances. Also, good natural hand sanitizers, um, things of that nature. It'll be more things, and you'll be able to go on there and see a list of all the great inventory. But please like, share, subscribe. Take this down, listen to it. I mean, I guarantee you, the vibe that I feel once I have like these cards, I have them written down there too. It's been giving me so much clarity, like in my own, just to be able to walk and trust where I am today and not trying to compare and contrast to the previous versions of myself. I'm 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 at this point because I'm learning to trust in my abilities and trust that that's greater. You know, I'm choosing to be happy in every moment, and that offers so much. I don't know what the word is, but it just offers so much peace. Yeah, that's it. That you can't buy. So positive vibes, and remember to always trust yourself and your intuition. If that's what you got from today, is one thing I did is stay connected, stay grounded, trust, believe in who and what you are, and never be afraid to walk in that. No matter how hard, no matter how many people that don't understand it, you are you. You were made for a reason and a purpose, and it's up to you to really get to the point of understanding what that purpose is and why you're here. I'm still learning. I'm still figuring those things out, but I'm getting closer, and that part is the amazing feeling that um every day it's getting better, and I'm learning more, and I'm just happy and grateful. So with that being said, like I said, join, like, share, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. Comment especially. Even if you don't like to subscribe and all that good stuff. Like I know that's a part of posting these videos, but I just want to touch somebody. I want to reach somebody from you feel me from afar. Like I want to feel that what I'm saying was necessary because I know it is, and I know that it will reach somebody. So hopefully somebody gets this long at the end of this long ass message, and that it touches them in one way. Even the music be vibing. You period. So like I said, leave a comment, message me like the young lady did yesterday, and give me some insight and tell me what you feel and what your thoughts are with the cards. If you got any other suggestions on any other, they go another damn scam likely. Another suggestion on some other cards, oracle cards that you would like for me to read, what have you, post it. Let me know. But peace and miracles, baby. Love y'all. Bye. Yes.